Okay, this is insane, guys. The left extremists are showing their true colors. This is I've seen so many videos of like Teslas being vandalized and such, but this one takes the cake. This guy's in his Lexus and he's harassing this person driving down the highway in a Tesla. But oh, it gets worse. Just wait. We got his license plate. I'm sure the Tesla owner then went to the police with this video footage, because you'll see that this turns into serious. Right there, holding a firearm, holstered. It's a holstered handgun. He's pointing a handgun in its holster, and boom! Oh, he loses a little bit of control when he almost thought he hit the car or didn't see the truck coming. And now the chase is on, and you can see the Teslas like pretty much should be afraid for their life and going a little faster than the other vehicles, trying to stay ahead of this guy who's pointing a gun at him. Like, the left is revealing that they're lunatics. Like, there's some normal lefties, I'm sure. There's a liberal down the street. He put his liberal sign up. Hilarious that he wants to admit to being a liberal these days, but I need to get my conservative sign and put it up. Clearly, I'm going to have to go find the office and grab one, because I need somebody on my block with a conservative sign to be across from the liberal sign. But these lefty lunatics, lefties are losing it. That's like Sky News. Remember, I watched lefties losing it after the election for like 2 weeks every day. And now the lefties are losing it on people that own a vehicle. It's their private property. They own the vehicle well before any political purchase. Now I want to buy a Tesla when I've never ever considered buying one before. I feel like this is actually advertising, and that's where I put my money. Today and yesterday, I put all my money down on freaking Tesla. What did I put? I put like $20,000 on Tesla stocks, and because right now there's a bargain with like everything dropping today, everything. Oh man, let's go back. So yeah, go look at the Tesla stock. It's at like 240. What was it? 242, 243. It's a super bargain, guys. And I recommend picking it up now, because it'll be back to 300, and maybe one day it'll be back to 400, and we'll make a killing. But it's just good to support one of the really a good solid person, Elon Musk. What he's doing. Finally, an honest, ethical, good billionaire exists. No more of the Rockefellers. No more the George Soros funding the liberal Democrat war machine, because that's all they are. They're just funding this war machine, the authoritative control, the one world banking system, the fractional banking, and the control all the way back from their old world system. All these guys own the banks, own all the money, and put all their money into political control. And it's so funny that the left is like screaming about, oh, Elon influences, he's paying for people, he's changing the election, he's the reason this election happened. But whatever influence he has, he's allowed to do with his finances, he does it open and ethically. It's not like George Soros putting all this money all these years in the Democrats. And yet the left complains about Elon, but this has been going on forever. And this is all above board as opposed to underboard with the Soros and the Rockefellers, how they're controlling the world. Owning all the mainstream media. Like, again, look at this psycho pointing a gun at somebody driving a Tesla. He doesn't even know who this person is, most likely. Because it's just the Tesla videos these days. They're everywhere.
A protester.
Well, go try to give
guys.
Protester who was essentially tackled out.
Where's I got some in my stories.
Victim's Tesla camera. It shows a green car pulling up to a Tesla on busy Route 66, then swerving in front to.
Yeah, this one is really good. Let's take a look at this one.
Tesla in. The driver then walks over to the 61-year-old woman in the Tesla and reportedly starts hitting her while she's sitting behind the wheel. At one point, the woman says she bit the man's hand. Moments later, the passenger of the green car appears to walk over and pull the attacker away. They finally get back in their car and drive off.
Jesus.
We spoke to the victim today, who said she was terrified and can't understand why anyone would do this.
I was just stunned. and I wish that I would have had
A handgun. Yeah.
someone with me that would
Yeah, so now
trained.
they talk about she's getting
At
gun
gun
training.
range north of Flagstaff. They tell us they don't feel safe right now and want to be able to protect themselves.
My Cybertruck was attacked by an Elon Musk hater in
Look at
broad
this
daylight.
freaking freak. Look at it, he just goes up and kicks the Cybertruck.
Hey, who the fuck is that?
Right in front of the owner, too.
My fucking car.
Well, go try to get
Oh, yeah, I gotta
Was attacked by
watch
an
this
Elon
again.
Musk hater in broad daylight.
What a psycho freaking Democrat.
Hey, who the fuck is that? You guys are pieces of shit, dude.
Now that, like, the funny thing is like they're ousting themselves, they're attacking their own voter base. And now the liberals are like the actual, like, maybe normal liberals who just don't understand. Typically, see, the liberal voter base is everybody 50 and over right now. Everyone young can kind of see what's going on, is pissed off about their future and how they can't afford a house. But the baby boomers, they had it so good. They could buy a house for $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. They could just own a house with just working for a year. Like, we have no chance at owning a $2 million house or at least $1 million house in Kelowna. Like, you can't make that much money. All your money and the price of rent and the price of food. The baby boomers had it so good, and now they own all their properties, and they don't give a shit about ruining everything because they don't pay rent. They don't even know what's going on. They're like stigmatized. They're so confused and delirious, and they're the ones that are still voting liberal. They don't give a shit. They don't care about the inflation. Their houses have gone up 40%, 50%, 100%. So they feel like, oh, it's all good in the end. I pay more for food, but my house is worth so much when I want to sell it and move into a retirement home.
My Cybertruck was so dumb because everyone knows the Tesla records everything. And not to mention, I was literally standing 15 feet away from my truck. Who would do this? What a Dumbo. So I immediately
Dumbo.
assessed the damage, called 911, and secretly followed them to the place they were going.
Oh, man. Yeah, and so then the police go into the movie theater and arrest this douchebag. Look at his pink fucking muscle shirt. What a douchebag.
Said, absolutely, this is going to be a few $1,000s in damages for sure. And plus, Elon Musk haters need to be taught a lesson.
General Bondi has said the same thing. I believe that is exactly what will happen.
Do you know who they are?
We're coming for them.
Do you know who those generals are?
We know. We do.
Yes. And hopefully the prosecution.
General Bondi.
Damn, they got me.
Ridiculous.
This is crazy.
I haven't seen one like this bad.
They got me.
Just so it's these psychos, the ones that when there's a protest, they're the ones that want to start fighting. They just take advantage of the scenario usually, and
Damn.
or they're blue-haired freaks as well, and then they mix it up.
Got me, dog. I could cry right now.
Poor car, yeah. We got the psychos on the loose. Oh, there's a letter. Please call the Silver Spring Station, Officer Dorsey. Oh, freaking. Yeah, there you go. The officer already saw this.
Multiple Tesla vehicles. Police arrested 33-year-old DeMarquio Cox on criminal mischief charges and failure to identify.
Yeah, I saw this a few days ago.
Cox reportedly used a small ATV to ram into one of the Teslas, which was captured by surveillance cameras on the car. Now, he apparently damaged 2 other Teslas, and at this time, police say there is no motive.
If you haven't seen this, wait till you see the guy.
The initial incident, he rammed the car with the four-wheeler.
Yeah, let's get a picture of him, though.
Some kind of tools there.
Looked at the Bi-State Justice Center jail in Texarkana, and bond has been set at $105,000.
Oh, I want to see the actual video of him, though, what he's wearing at the time. There's him, freaking riding a little moped ATV around, and he just rams into Teslas, several of them. Like this, there's your regular Democrat right there. Your regular psycho Democrat.
Cheap tents. I mean, these are industrial type of tents.
Yeah, I done stories about, there's so much money behind this. You're just looking at a tip of the iceberg.
That's right.
That kept these protests alive, across the country.
William,
and,
can you
that
go
money
over?
isn't going away.
See, that's the point, is who is paying these people? It's like what were those little psycho protesters, the black, not Black Lives Matter, another fake event set up as well to instigate violence. But What was the Antifa? Remember all the Antifa during the Freedom Convoy and other rallies where they'd show up fully masked and just they'd try to protest the protest? They're being paid. Those people are being paid by government and other officials to wreck these freedom rallies. And now they're like getting homeless people or anybody. I'll pay you to go damage these cars and take proof of everyone you've done, and I'll pay you for it in some capacity.
Right. Tell us the program. You did a great piece on all the funding, the Rockefellers, the Ford Foundation, the different groups that funded all this. Could you talk about it?
Yeah, so we started, where's the money coming from for the Students for Justice in Palestine and the committee, the U.S. Committee for Palestine, these kind of things. And what you find is layer and layer upon foundations, shell companies, very difficult to trace because unlike a 501c3 where there is a paper trail to be able to see where the money came from, where it goes, that doesn't exist. There's dark money around here. There's 50, 60, 70 foundations that give money to the Tides Foundation. I don't want to get too deep into this.
That's
but anyways,
Soros.
then they filter out the money. Right, well, there's the Open Society, and Soros gave about $700,000, and I believe the Rockefeller Brothers Fund was $500,000 over the last 3 years to some of these foundations that funnel money out to groups like this. But anyways, go ahead.
Anyways.
It's wide-scale domestic terrorism with the purpose of intimidation, and it's harming innocent people. It's really terrible. And I think what we actually have to get to are the people who are organizing and paying for these attacks and protests. That's who we really need to go after, because the people who are actually throwing the Molotov cocktails, they're the foot soldiers. But we need to go after the generals, and we're going to do so. The president has made it very clear that we're going to go after those that are paying and organizing these violent attacks. And Attorney General Bondi has said the same thing. I believe that is exactly what will happen.
Here's another liberal psycho. What is he using? Like some shears or scissors or... Look at that. He's using like pliers or something. Yeah. He's really going at it. Right on camera. Like, you can't... This just shows the stupidity. Or is this some homeless guy getting paid to do it, right?
By glances over at the car, and moments later, they return.
She's
and quickly
filming
start
herself
keying
doing
the
it.
passenger door with a phone in the other hand.
You can tell in the video, too, like, they're actively starting to record, and they're recording the whole thing. You can easily tell this is a targeted, like, there's intent there. And they... Again, back to the fact is maybe, like I suggested, maybe they're filming it for the propaganda of doing it, but that's how they get paid to do it. You know, kind of a mockery of it, right? With all the recording.
Seconds later, the vandal runs off. The owners, who asked to remain anonymous, notice the damage about a half hour later and say since then they have felt unsettled and somewhat fearful.
And here's an image, looks like from one of the Tesla factories or dealerships. Yeah, some Molotov cocktails, like you mentioned, being thrown.
What you're watching is Antifa attack a tabling event at UC Davis. UC Davis is a college campus. This event was put on by Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA.
Yeah, I saw this one yesterday. This one's classic. The guy's in his Cybertruck with his Make America Great hat on, and he just stops at the light just in like with a psycho rally. Maybe it was in San Fran. I can't remember, but let's take a look.
Get off my fucking car! You touch that shit again, I will break your fucking fingers.
Okay, come on, bring it on. Bring it on. You're fucking Nazi. Fuck you, Nazi. Go fuck yourself.
I love you.
So this guy's driving a Tesla, an all-American made car, and he's one of the many people that voted for change in America after it's been destroyed by the terrorist Democrats. And so he's a Nazi?
Shame! I feel very, very sorry for you.
Man, I kind of wish I had that Tesla Cybertruck. I mean, I wouldn't feel sorry for him. He's a traitor because he bought an American car that was the staple of the Democrats' all-electric vehicle, every vehicle by 2035 or whatever. You know, the 2030, this amount of vehicles must be electric. The most effective electric car producer in the world is shamed.
Hey! You're a fucking traitor to the United States, you fuckface!
Holy crap, psychos. Who's paying these psychos? Anyways, I think this is hilarious because, like, I'm seeing now when you just, like, if you drive around, or I went for a bicycle ride and a one-wheel today, even though my sternum's still broken because I had to get out in the sun. I notice Teslas everywhere. There's a lot of them in Kelowna. Like, and man, when I was in California, holy crap, there's Teslas everywhere. I can't imagine these riots actually these psychos actually happening because there's so many freaking Teslas. It's like 25% of the cars out there in California. Like 25% of the cars are Teslas. That's the biggest market share of all the cars. No other no, there's not 25% Toyotas, there's not 25% Hondas. It has like the same as Toyota, Honda, and Nissan combined. And they're attacking their own base, and now it's the irony is like, who the fuck would vote for Democrats anymore? The Democrats are going to be like, fuck this. I'm voting. You know, we got an election coming up in Canada. We got one Liberal sign down the way. Well, guess what? He's driving a Rivian. This one house down the way, it has a Liberal sign on it. You probably saw my video when they came to my door, and then I laid into how much I hate Mark Carney. And I ran into the NDP candidate too when I was the other day walking back from the bicycle store, and I laid into it how much I hate Jagmeet Singh, you know, the gold watch piece of shit that's ruined Canada along with Trudeau. Anyways, let's keep going. How about let's deport the non-residents, like, you know, the illegal immigrants. Illegal immigrants got to go. How about that for your new slogan?
I mean, really, this is fundamentally a case of terrorism. It's wide-scale domestic terrorism with the purpose of intimidation, and it's harming innocent people. It's really terrible. And I think what we actually have to get to are the people who are organizing and paying for these attacks and protests. That's who we really need to go after, because the people who are actually throwing the Molotov cocktails.
Oh yeah, that guy in his pajamas. I saw that. That was like days ago. It's so funny.
That's who we really need to go after.
I didn't even plan to make this video, and now it's turned into 18 minutes, and we're just having a ball with it.
After, because the people who are actually throwing...
Boom, look at that guy. Walmart pajamas and a pink shirt, and he's keying a Tesla. What an idiot.
Molotov cocktails. They are the foot soldiers. Right. But we need to go after the generals. And we're going to do so. The president has made it very clear that we're going to go after those that are paying and organizing these violent attacks. And Attorney General Bondi is...
It's a white Tesla. No. This is what happened to my car, y'all. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah. Again, the irony. This is the Democrats' wave. They loved Elon. They love their electric car. They love the Democrats instigating, mandating electric cars. Here's the most influential electric car maker in the world, and all of a sudden, because the herd has been redirected, now all of a sudden, our best friend is now the enemy because we're sheep, and we're told to virtue signal the next thing.
Y'all see this? Clown American. I don't know what this is. Is this paint? Bro, somebody destroyed my car. why
Wait, where's the video footage? Let's see it, buddy.
I was taking you out to the doctor. Destroyed my car. This is no cap. Look at this. All on my windshield. All right in this. I don't have my camera. I don't have nothing. I'm straight using my goddamn phone, bro. I gotta get this shit off my car.
Oh, what's going on here? Did he say awkward?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I gotta get rid of this car, bro. This is, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, a Tesla Cybertruck is on fire. All right. There's a fleet of Cybertrucks right.
And the irony about these electric vehicles, which nobody wanted mandated in Canada and the US, Canada even like pays for Honda to make a plant here. They paid for them to make a plant here. And now what do we have, like Hyundai and these and German companies and whatever else? They're all bringing billions of dollars to open up plants in the US now, thanks to Trump, threatening these tariffs, right? He's playing his bargaining chips. But Canada actually paid Honda. They paid $20 billion of our tax money, our citizens' money, to give Honda a factory. And then of course now it's not going to produce anything. But just that's liberal spending for you, right? Oh, let's pay for Honda to have a factory because we want to mandate electric vehicles. And the fact is, what we all know, like battery fires, like lithium battery fires don't go out and they make tons of pollution. And now they're setting cars on fire, making more pollution when the whole time they're virtue signaling about reducing the pollution.
Now. Unbelievable. Seattle fire on the scene.
So you gotta get off the spot.
Holy shit, Washington is such a shitty fucking state. I love racing motorcycles at the Ridge and the Pacific, but man, that state, they arrested this girl the other day because she didn't want to play with a boy on a basketball team who was 19, and she's a 15-year-old girl playing in juniors. And Trump's already said there's no boys playing on the women's team. It's dangerous for them. They can get checked the fuck out. Anyway, so she didn't want to play, and she asked him at the end, "You're a boy, right?" And then she got charged with misgendering in Washington, even though federally Trump's made a stop to it. So this is the news. I'll find that article on it.
News. I'm sorry?
This person is 18 years old, so he's a grown man at this point that was playing on a JV basketball game with 14 and 15-year-olds. So I went up and I talked to the athletic director and I said, "Can you tell me if that's a boy on the team?" And he said, "I'm not going to, say we do not discriminate based on sexual identity." And I said, "Well, President Trump just yesterday signed an executive order saying there's no boys or men in women's or girls sports." And he said, "We do not have to follow that. We follow Washington state law and WIAA."
What
so
a joke.
once that happened and I realized that Frances was sitting out, it wasn't until towards the end of the game when there was a lot that went on between the time that we realized there was this boy on the team. And when she was leaving, she was so mad. She felt like she had been exposed and it was just a terrible situation. She walked by and said that you're a man. She was so frustrated in the situation. And that is why she has been now charged with bullying, harassment, and intimidation for misgendering this person.
Oh, anyways, on that previous story, like how stupid, getting charged for misgendering somebody as a hate crime. Like, what a joke. Washington, you should be shamed on yourself, that state, those people involved with that basketball league. Help me identify this person who keyed my Tesla today in downtown Victoria, BC. If anyone knows who this is, let me know. Okay, let's take a look. I'm assuming it's the red hair person in black. Gonna turn around. Red hair woman, man. Is it a man or a woman or a what? There, it's the blue hair, the psycho blue hairs. The psycho blue hairs. Oh yeah. The Psycho Orange. Now it's the Psycho Orange and blue hairs. Can we zoom in on this? But if anybody identify this Psycho, let's see, right there. It's a man or a woman or whatever. Help with this in Victoria, BC, guys. Well, this person replied, found her. Oh, yeah. Look at this guy. He says, I used an AI model to combine multiple video frames to enhance the image. You can clearly see the tattoos. Oh, this is going to help. Yeah. Some grapes or something. Yeah. Psycho, guys. Get this psycho out there. Let's find this psychopath. There you go. Make this person famous. Freaking psychopaths. Some of the comments. Let's see. Dyed orange hair. Wears all black. Orca fat. This shouldn't take an hour. College kids must be near apartment. What street is this? And he replies, Humboldt Street 800 block. Let me know more where your shitty Tesla is. Yeah. Of course they look like this. White, woke, liberal, gender-confused retards. And here's a friendly reminder from the Spring Tesla group site. Please always add police report case number and contact number and post in Nextdoor as well, so I can actually get the person caught. So you can link it. You can call the police. This is the police report. I see this person. Oh, here's on the Tesla stock. Touching bottom right now at 420.69 by the end of 2024. That was what it hit bottom before. Touching 999.9 by end of 2025 and touching almost 2,000 by end of 27. I'm telling you guys, that's why I put my money in there. I just see what's happening and I see it's a good time to invest, and I also want to support. Everyone should just be like, let's put our support. All the conservative, the normal people, the good liberals that are being fucked over. Put your money into Tesla. Put your money where your mouth is, all right? Here's a good point. In today's tanking market, yeah, everything was down today. Adobe was down. Airbnb. Oh, man, Google went down to 145 for those day traders out there. And so he said, in today's tanking market, it appears that some investors recognize Tesla's localized supply chain and vertically integrated business model as a key factor in its sustainability, not only in the automotive industry, but also in other manufacturing sectors. Yeah, I mean, they will be able to produce as time goes on. So So I want to show you an example of what happened today. There is Amazon right up here. That was the end of yesterday. What was it, like 197, 198? And then this morning when the market opened, we're way down here. 184 and dropped all the way down to 70, back up, and then ended the day at 170 or 173. Just completely face dived. So here we have Tesla right now at 239. It's such a good time to get in. I wish I put my money in all today and not yesterday, because I would have got an even 10 points less today. Yesterday I got at 252, 20 shares, and at $239 a share US. There's also a Canada one for anybody who's Canadian. You can get, it's from CIBC, and it's just Tesla. It's a CDR through CIBC. So that's another option. And then you can see Netflix took 61 point dive. It's 6.7%. Amazon, again, Airbnb down to 106. Adobe, which I have money in as well, 349, just dropped like Costco. And Costco, which actually went up yesterday, the only company to go up a little bit yesterday when everybody else dropped. But now today, Costco went big time, minus 50 points. I think they pay dividends on Costco too. I was hoping to get some, but it's pretty expensive. And then Google, look at Google, down to 145.6. And then Enbridge is down. And then remember the Newsmax that went up to 225 like 3 days ago or 2 days ago? Well, it's back down to 45, realistic. And then of course gold at 3,037 and down 76 points overall. It was at minus 90, but it came back up. So I guess I could have sold my gold, but it's a lot of work to sell physical gold and go buy it again. It's not really worth it unless you're talking like 100 coins, maybe 50 coins. But anyways, guys, this is Ernie Racing News. I know I haven't done one of these in a long time, but it's just, I didn't even plan it, just was inspired. All right, have a good one. Like, subscribe, and share. Cheers.